Have you got a beautifully designed e-commerce store, but it's just not getting any sales? You're probably making one of these mistakes. Hey, it's John from Scout, and welcome back to another episode of Conversion Nightmares. Let's dive in. So this is the site, The Good Plant Co. They sell indoor plants, which is a huge market, really popular. People ordering a lot of indoor plants for their home, B2B, gifting, these kind of things. So this is a great e-commerce business. Now, we're going to look at where are they missing the ball in terms of improving the conversions on their store. So in terms of the design and everything itself, it looks really good, but straight away above the fold here, it's such an important part of any e-commerce's website. This is where everybody who lands on the site, they're going to see at least this first part before scrolling down. And right away, there's no call to action, a clear call to action. They do have this like match me quiz, but it's a little bit tucked away and quite hard to see. I actually really like that, some sort of quiz gamification to the site to help people find the right plant for them. But in terms of a main call to action, which is obviously we want people to buy, we want people to purchasing a plant, there's no shop now or anything like that right here. This is where you need to have a button, straight away get people into shopping. That'll get the people who are ready to buy right away, get in and start browsing products. Instead, it goes down. It's again just some small things like all this extra space. You have to scroll quite a lot to get to the first set of products here, and straight away you can see with these images. Okay, they're nice images themselves, but are we selling plants here or are we selling food? Is this a food blog or is an e-commerce store selling plants? It looks like it could be a food store. We've got food. So again, the images just make the hero the plant itself. I think these images themselves could be improved. And again, there's no shop now. It's just like an image. It looks like a blog. I hover my mouse over. I can't even click to go to the product page. It finally does there. I get some sort of, okay, so now it's hovering by me. But again, there's no here in the text. These should all be clickable elements that you can click to be buying now. When you're building or when you're designing a store for conversions for e-commerce, just make sure there's as much as buy now, shop now, call to actions to get people to shop. That's what you build the e-commerce store for, and that's what it should do. Okay, these pages here are quite nice, interesting, but again, I would want to have more, trust signals above this as a priority. So reviews from happy customers, how much they love their plants. A downloadable to like sort of the plant care guide, indoor plant care guide, something like that. And then this information is great to have, but just sort of further down as a priority. Again, here, I like this page, sort of interesting, purchase a plant here. This is different, but it could be further improved for optimization. So I should be able to hover over here and perhaps show me the price of the product, what type of plant it is, a bit more indication. I'm sure I can click on that. These elements, but then that could be done to improve it. There's more plants here that should have those elements as well. Like maybe someone would like these plants on the wall. They're quite cool. They should have a clickable element. Again, this large plant at the back doesn't have a clickable element, so they could be improved. I like the idea here, but it's just missing a few, just a few sort of improvements there. Let's move on. Looking at the site itself. So one thing I think is really important to mention is that when customers are going to purchase, they can't touch or feel the product like a physical store. It's an online store. So you really have to sell them with as much information, be as transparent as possible. And they are going to check things like return policies, shipping policies, refunds. I don't know whether they've actually got return and refund policies, probably only need one, but things like terms of service, shipping, these are really important and people will actually visit these pages. So even though they're down here in the footer, you'll be surprised. People who are really considering buying, their final thing will be they'll come here and they'll look at, FAQ, for frequently asked questions, returns, policies, and shipping. So it's good. I like how it's all bunched together here that they've done that. But the one thing I really noticed is that if you try to put yourself into the shopper, your customer's shoes and think what they're going to do. So when they go on the shipping page, they're going to read this page. They're actually going to read it to learn about what is the shipping rate going to be. So if we look at here, everything you need to know about our shipping, please expect delays with your order. So straight away, the very first sentence is super negative. There might be shipping delays. There's always delays. That's fine. But it's just like the first thing that hits them is expect delays. Demand is high at the moment, and we are working hard to dispatch your orders as quickly as possible. We have also been advised by the courier service shipping network, that there's further delays through COVID-19. There could be shipping delays to your order. This is all super negative intent. It's just going to put people off, and it's going to leave that sour taste in their mouth. There may be delays, but you could just remove all of this negativity and just put straight in. Instead of that, you can create a more positive spin on it. Straight away, free shipping for orders over $150, flat rate shipping of $15. When can I expect my order? Shipping times do vary. Please expect between 7 to 21 days, depending on your order. So you're still setting the expectation, hey, it could take 3 weeks to ship your order, but you're not just like, please expect delays with the order. So just this negative intent is really important to keep in mind. So the copy that you use for your pages, you really have to pay attention to it, because this kind of negative intent just puts people off, and they will go to your competitors and have a look at what the competitors say. And I can guarantee you they're not going to say this kind of negativity around the shipping. So yeah, really, that's a really sort of minute sort of detail we're looking at when it comes to conversions. But really something to pay important aspect to is the sort of intent behind. Okay, let's have a look at shopping and our plants. So I think our plants would be quite a common page that people go to. And they've got sort of a list here of pages of different plants, which I really like, giving information about, the plant that people might want to look at. I like this, not pet friendly, what kind of sort of care it needs. Very simple. This is great. But again, they're missing an opportunity here. Just have shop now here or right above the fold, somewhere that they can purchase. Okay, there's one down the bottom, which is good. I do like that. That should be linking to the product page itself. So that is nice, but they could probably have another one at the top there just to quickly get people it might be a small incremental win. When you're doing conversions, it's not one change that's going to make a huge, lift in the conversion rate of your store, but it's these little minute changes that you make to the store, subtle improvements that will overall lift the store conversion rate. So it's important to take into consideration. The review quality, okay, 3 reviews, that's good. I would want to increase the velocity of these reviews coming in. The more reviews, the better. Not only is it good for your site's visibility in terms of conversions, but also it'll help with SEO, generating that user-generated content, getting all those good keywords onto the page. People will basically, essentially, almost your customers will do the SEO for you for the product pages. And again, here, just this add to cart button, it's below the fold. So people just keep all of this really important stuff that you want people to do. Don't make them have to do any work whatsoever. If you're scrolling down to add to cart, this kind of thing is something that I would definitely want to improve. So the page itself is really nice. Perhaps even just reduce the size of these images here, so you can get a lot of this information here, add to cart and things like that, at above the fold. So that would be added. I don't mind this, trying to increase the average order value, adding these extra products and add-ons. It's always a good idea, but we'll just no thanks for that at the moment. So I just added to cart. Okay, there's a small green message here. You can see that. Very hard to see. I think at this point, customers are expecting to be automatically taken to the checkout page. So this is a bit of a really sort of that cross between customer experience and shopping experience and conversion rate optimization. So here, if I'm adding it to cart, just take me straight to the shopping cart so I can review my order. That should automatically go. I don't need to be on this page. I've just added to cart. There's no reason for me to stay on this page. So instead, I'm having to come up here, find this little sort of strange icon that doesn't even look like a shopping cart, and click on that. Again, you're just making customers guess, and don't assume your customer's going to know. That's a big mistake as well. People are not going to know that. You need to be guiding them through the entire shopping process. So it's basically that it's like, think of them hopping on a lazy river on a boat ride. They just sit in the seat and they get carried down the stream. They don't have to do anything. That's how you want it to be for your store. So if you're making them work, they're having to paddle, they're not going to do a great job, and less people are going to paddle and you're going to get less sales. So that's ultimately what it's going to do. I've had to go here. This is where the page I should be straight away. And I can review my order. You might want to have a button here, keep shopping, something like that. take them back to the category page if you want to increase the average order value, and encourage them to add more products. Hey, you've started with one plant, buy one, why not get your second one? Here's 10% off, something like that, just to get them going, get them to continue shopping, to increase that average order value. Another thing I'm not sure about as well, I think it would be nice to give people the option here. It's a little bit confusing to reduce. If I don't want this product, there should be a little, just to cancel, remove this product. Again, it's not, I think maybe if I set it to 0, again, there's a customer, I'm guessing, like, is that how there's a remove button there. Okay, so there's a small little remove button there. It's a little bit hidden. I would just add it, just give people flexibility. I think if they want to buy it, they will. And if they want to remove it from their cart. The reason I'm saying that, I think, is that initial cart is quite difficult to purchase. So if I'm on a product page and I add to cart, it's not quite clear from that point what to do. And it just becomes a little bit confusing here in the shopping experience. And these pages now, this is the money end of town in terms of e-commerce, the cart pages, the checkout pages. This is really where you want to be driving them home and making sure that you get that conversion. So again, update cart, checkout, it's all the way down the bottom here. This should all be above the fold. We don't want people to scroll, not have to look and try to find these buttons, these important buttons that we want people to guide through. It shouldn't be scrolling down. So that's like a really critical thing you want to look out for. So moving this kind of stuff above the fold. So if we go to checkout, this is Shopify store, very standard here. That's fine. They can just go through this information and enter it, but we need to guide them to this page as quickly as possible. And there's a lot of room for improvement. As you can see with a store, that it looks really nice. The website's really slick, but there are still a lot of opportunities missed around the shopping experience and improving conversion. So yeah, I'm going to wrap the video up. If you have any questions at all, let me know in the comments below and I'll be happy to get back to you. And see you again for another episode of Conversion Nightmares. Hey, thanks so much for watching the video. If you want to get your own CRO teardown, the link is in the description below. And if you want to see more great e-commerce content we'll be releasing on this channel, don't forget to subscribe. See you soon.